everyone. I'm EJ Yancey, and with me today is Nina Grum. So if you've been following along with us the past couple metal videos, we've talked a lot about grinding, removal of welds, different types of grinding angles. But today we're going to totally shift gears and talk about cleanup with our metal projects. So we're going to actually talk about a product that is very little known here at Klingspor. And Nina, can you tell us a little bit more about the WSM 617?
Yeah, so the WSM 617 was originally made to be used in the auto body industry for paint removal, but it does so much more than that. You can also use it to clean mill scale and rust. You can blend out your weld seams and remove the splatter that you can get from welding. And it also has some buffing properties in the higher grits. AJ, if you want to talk to us any about what the grits do and how it's ran.
Yeah, so just like, a lot of you guys in your fab shops, you all got angle grinders, right? And you've all got flap discs that fit on those angle grinders. Well, this is actually a flap wheel of flaps of abrasives that will fit on your angle grinder as well. So it's a super cool product. It changes out really quickly and nicely. So it's very easy to use as well. And we have it from 40 grit all the way up to 120. So when you're talking about 40 and 60 grit, of course you're talking about removing paint, mill scale, rust, all that good stuff. Then when you get into that 80 to 120 grit, you'll talk about blending and really finishing that product. So that's one of the big things about this is it's truly one of the great finishers that we have for metal application. And Nina, talk to us more about how it can prevent loading and all that good stuff that flap wheels can do.
So yeah, especially with this product, a big thing that you want to make sure as it starts to wear down, you actually are going to want to run it on the corner so you can break off those flaps and expose new abrasive grain so it doesn't load up. If it loads or gums up, you're going to come across it glazing the metal, it bluing your heat sensitive metals, and ultimately it'll start to smoke. That is the experience that me and EJ have had with this tool. But it does have a pretty long lasting life. You just have to be able to make sure that you are breaking it off in the way that you should be. Speaking of that, in competition with other products that we have, I know that you see this a lot in your metal customers. What sets this so much apart than our other materials?
Yeah, so a lot of times in our fab shops and body shops and different places, as far as Klingspor goes, we're always talking about our NCD, which are power wheels, which are great for paint removal and cleanup. And we're always talking about our wire wheels as well, which are great as well for paint removal and all that good stuff. And when I think about all three of the products, when I think about a power wheel, I think about the speed and how fast it will remove. When I think about wire wheels, I think about the longevity, right? Maybe not a great finish, but that product's gonna last a super long time. When I think about these guys, I think about all the different uses that you get out of it and how you can remove from almost anywhere on a workpiece. If you think about a hard to get to corner or edge that you can't get a power wheel into, these guys will work great for that. So that's really what I love about them in the metal industry, is just how you can use them on the face, you can use them on that side that you need to, and it's just very diverse. Talk to us a little bit, Nina, about when we're using this product, we don't have to worry so much about cross-contamination like you would in a wire wheel.
Yeah, definitely. So with wire wheels, you know that you have to keep carbon steel with carbon steel, you have to keep stainless steel with stainless steel, or you're just going to cause more rust in the long time. With this, it is an aluminum oxide material, so you don't have to worry about it when using it in those instances. And you were touching on how you can run it on the face and on the edge. Well, the cool thing about these is it is individual flaps that are standing up in a radial arrangement. They are really malleable to a degree, not to say that they aren't aggressive anymore, but it's malleable. So it's going to conform to those work pieces. So where like we talked about, wire wheels with a cross contamination. This product doesn't have it. With the power wheel, where you can only use it on the face, you can't get into the grooves of like a rail or any other complex configure metal shape, but this one will, and that's really what sets it away from the other ones.
Hey, that's what it's all about with this product. Is it's so diverse. It has so many different usages and applications. So, hey, enough talking about it. Let's take you guys down to our tech lab and show you what it's got. Hey everyone, welcome down to our Clean Sports Tech Lab. So today we're going to be demonstrating the WSM 617 on a car hood doing paint removal and on a railing as well. One thing I want you guys to pay attention to is how we're able to use it on the face and on the side to get to those hard to reach places and applications. Nina, I know too an important part is the grit sequence that we're going to go to. Can you talk to us about that?
Yeah, definitely. Especially on this car hood, we're going to go 40 grit, then to 60 grit, then to 80 grit, and then to 120 grit. And same with the rail. You really want to follow your grit sequence so you can get as much of the blending aspect of the scratch patterns beforehand out.
Awesome. Well, hey guys, I'm going to go ahead and get started. Nina, I really love the scratch pattern that this left and how you were able to start at 40 grit, get the paint off, and then really refine the finish through the process.
Yeah, definitely. Looking at the finished product here, I mean, it is just really nice inline scratches. There's no like real deep valleys or anything in it. And watching you go through this sequence, it was really cool to see how like the 40 had no issues taking the paint off. The 60, really knocked those scratches out, and so forth and so forth. I really love this tool, and you can just see that it speaks for itself, really.
Welcome back, everyone. So for me, Nina, it was, exactly what we talked about earlier. It was about being able to use it on the face, use it on the side, get into hard to reach places, and cleaning up places where a power wheel or even a wire wheel couldn't reach to. So what do you think?
Yeah, I really love how effortlessly it does those things of getting into like the creases of the rail and the car hood. Like it just is so effortless, and I love that, and I think it is a great product to introduce into the metal market.
All right, well, hey, thanks everyone for watching. I'm EJ Yancey.
And I'm Nina Grum.
And always remember, if you have any questions, you can email us at techtalk@cleansport.com.